Shalom, shalom, akiyam. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. I would also like to give a double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. I would also like to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. It's just Bayan back again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I just wanted to get into a lesson, and Lord willing, share an article with you, Akiyam and Akwath, pretty much taking a glance, at the tensions, between North Korea and Mystery Babylon the Great. And it's no coincidence, as we know, we're in the time of war. And the third woe, World War III, is going to be the leading event with Russia, all right, the bear, all right, Gog and Magog leading the charge, okay, on targeting Mystery Babylon the Great with the weapons of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai's indignation, okay, which are these thermonuclear weapons, man, these intercontinental ballistic missiles, which are incredibly powerful and a major threat, okay, to civilization, man, as we know it. And this is the form of destruction, okay, that Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is going to use, okay, to punish the inhabitants of the earth, man. Because whether you people believe it or not, there's going to be a thermonuclear fallout. There's going to be a World War III, okay? ICBM missiles are going to be shot to and fro, okay, with the majority of them via biblical prophecy being shot on Mystery Babylon the Great, aka America, man. So these tensions that we're seeing around the world with, North Korea, Russia, the BRICS nations that are a part of Russia, as far as their stance, towards America, it's not gonna alleviate, man. It's gonna continue to increase. Tensions are gonna continue to rise. You see, animosity, hostility. It's not gonna take a turn for peace, man. Evil and only evil has come, man. World War III is on the horizon. And Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is going to use these weapons, these missiles, to burn you people, man. Okay? Because this place has become, under the ruler, which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. And this earth is under a very wicked vibration. Okay? They have exceeded the deeds of Sodom and Gomorrah, man. This place is on a whole nother level. And as we know, pursuant to Second Peter, the second chapter, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai left Sodom and Gomorrah as an example, man. So we know for sure that this place is going to be visited with catastrophic damage, man. So through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, before we grab this article, let's get this. The book of Isaiah, chapter 47, and verse 1, and it reads, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon." Right, that dust represents confusion, okay, which is the state the majority of these Babylonians, and as I speak, these people are confused as to their financial infrastructure crumbling before their eyes. Okay, you have individuals that, watch these stock markets baffled, at how this place is still running. And the phone chimed in, man. You see, these people don't understand why, why is this happening? Why is there a issues with the grid. Why are they saying it's unstable? Why are they saying we're going to have rolling blackouts? Why are all these train derailments happening? Why are all these earthquakes are happening? See, these people are confused, man. Babylon the Great is going to sit completely in the dust soon come. And your daughter comes after you. It says, O virgin daughter, you see, of Babylon. Your daughter comes after you, man. Okay, this is talking about Mystery Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America. Okay, the virgin daughter. Okay, that's never been touched yet. But in the days to come, that's going to change, man. Let's continue on. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, right? Sit down. It's time to come off that high, haughty status you were on for so long. No, it's time to come on down now. Sit down. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Why? Because this place is going to get hit with intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. That's why. This place is going to be the lake of fire coined in Revelations, man. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai has a sacrifice in Basra, man. And it's building up. It's building up to that point. This is why these skirmishes that we're seeing happen, these rumors of war, these threatening, articles, you can look up. This is why this is happening, man. Because Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai is putting it on the heart of the kings of the world to come up against Babylon, man. See? To no longer feel inferior to this place. See? Because now the playing field has equaled out with these nations being able to have a missile program, man. Okay? A successful one at that. This changes the whole ball game. Okay? It equals out the playing field. If not, actually makes the quote-unquote lesser nations greater. Because Scripture does go into how the Lord will make this place small among the heathen. He will make these devils small among the heathen in Jeremiah. Let's get that real quick. And then we're going to get this article. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 49. In verse 15, matter of fact, I got to start up. Let me start at verse 13. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, and verse 13, it reads, For I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord Yahweh, that Basra, right, which Basra is what? It was a capital city, okay, of Edom. You see? Basra was a capital city. This represents America, man. Mystery Babylon the Great. Remember, Esau is Edom. Wherever this man lays his hat at and throws his feet up at, that's Edom. And we know Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America, is where this man disperses all of his filth. All right, let's continue on. For I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse. And all the cities thereof shall be perpetual wastes, man. And this is going to be accomplished by those missiles. Scriptures say only the screech owl and desert creatures are going to dwell here, man. After this place starts to cool down. It's going to be uninhabitable. Let's grab this article real quick. We're going to come back to Jeremiah 49. There's a lot of meat in here. We're going to read down on this a little bit. Let's get this article real quick. Lord willing, All right, this is from CNN World. Okay? And it's dated March 18th, 2023, a few days ago. And the title reads, North Korea claims almost 800,000 people have signed up for its military to fight the U.S., man. You see the spirit that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is putting on these people, man? You see that? Let's read down. And here it is. They're going to have to they're going to have to fight tooth and nail to get these Babylonians to submit to that draft. That's definitely coming. Here it is. You got these civilians. They signed up willingly. Let's read in the article. We're going to prove that, right? It reads, North Korea has claimed that about 800,000 of its citizens have volunteered to join or re-enlist in the nation's military to fight against the United States. You see that? About 800,000 students and workers on Friday alone across the country expressed a desire, a desire to enlist or re-enlist in the military. Why? To counter the United States, you see? And these people want blood, man. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is putting on the hearts of these heathen to want to come up against Babylon, man. Hey, this is the time we're in. Let's continue on. North Korea's state newspaper, Rondong Sinmun newspaper, reported on Saturday, man. So this is what's going down. Nothing but tensions, man. Let me go back to that Jeremiah 49 real quick. Let's read down on that a little bit. Let's get this right here. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 49 and verse 14. I have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together and come against her and rise up to the battle. And this is what's happening. Okay? These heathen are rising up to the battle, man. Hey, they want smoke. These heathen want smoke, man. And when you do your history of North Korea was a poor country, man, at one time. Destitute. Weak and feeble. But now the weak are saying, I'm strong. Lord willing, we're going to get that too. Let's continue on in this article. The claim came after North Korea on Thursday launched its Hwasong-17 intercontinental ballistic missile, ICBM, all right, in response to ongoing U.S. South Korea military drills. You see, so they were trying to make a point. Okay, they have a deadly missile in their arsenal, man. Hey, that can reach Babylon. I did a lesson on that some time ago. There was an article on that. You had these North Koreans jumping for joy, man, giving high fives because they successfully designed a ballistic missile that can reach the land of the North. See? Matter of fact, let's get this little video right here. This is the article going into that missile being launched Thursday. We know about this. I'm not going to read into that. Lord will not put this in the description box as well. But I want to let's get this related video real quick to sum it all up.
A cruise missile hurtles from the surface of the sea off North Korea's east coast. Test fired from a North Korean submarine, according to state media. Two projectiles that North Korea says flew 900 miles in figure-8 patterns for over an hour and struck a target.
And it does represent, I think, a substantial advance in the kinds of capabilities, including nuclear-armed capabilities, that North Korea could bring to bear in conflict.
Analysts say Kim Jong-un's menacing ambitions include building his submarine-launched missile capabilities to add another layer of threat to South Korea, Japan, and U.S. forces in Asia. Where his previous sub-based launches involved ballistic missiles,
These involve cruise missiles, which fly lower in the atmosphere and thereby are more difficult for radar systems to track and engage. That in turn creates challenges for missile defense systems.
Analysts say most of Kim's submarines are old, slow, and loud, but he is building more and is modernizing them. The submarine missile test came just ahead of scheduled joint U.S.-South Korean military exercises, which kicked off today near the North Korean border, the largest exercise between the two countries in 5 years. Kim's sister warned last month North Korea would take, quote, powerful, overwhelming counteraction to the enemy's hostile moves.
North Korea will depict these exercises by the U.S. and its allies as preliminary preparations for attacking them, including the leadership, including decapitating the North Korean leadership.
The submarine test comes just 3 days after Kim supervised a short-range ballistic missile drill, along with his young daughter, believed to be about 9 years old and named Kim Ju-ae, who more and more often is being seen at her father's appearances. But analysts point out, South Korean intelligence recently said Kim also has an older son who hasn't been seen in public.
It may be the older brother who's being groomed, but not yet unveiled until he's more of age, and then they may roll him out with indications of how brilliant a military strategist he is.
But if Kim Jong-un's daughter or his sister were ever to be...
You see it? Hey, you see it? You see the stance that these nations are taking, man. And Babylon's always the talk of the town, man, when it comes to these deadly weapons being on the scene, man. Why is that? Because great future judgment, okay, is coming to Babylon via the Bible, man. That says the Bible. That says the Lord. Great future judgment, man, is pending. That's going to rest upon Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America, man. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is going to wreak havoc over here, man. And them chariots are going to do a number on this place as well. But Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is going to open up with these missiles. Let's go back to the article we were reading. Let's get a little bit more in here. Let's get a little bit more. North Korea fired the ICBM into the sea between the Korean Peninsula and Japan on Thursday, hours before South Korea's president flew to Tokyo for a summit that discussed ways to counter the nuclear-armed North. The North's ballistic missiles are banned under United Nations Security Council resolutions, and the launch drew condemnation from governments in Seoul, Washington, and Tokyo. Kim Jong-un doesn't give a damn, right along with Putin and the rest of these leaders that are coming up against Babylon, man. They don't give a damn. The spirit that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai has them in, they don't give a damn. They want smoke. They're ready to go. They don't look at Babylon as as if they're not bowing down. They're not feeling inferior to Babylon the Great anymore, man. See? Why? Because now they have these ICBM missiles, man, which are the Lord's weapons, man. These are Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai's weapons, man. Let's go back to Jeremiah 49. Lord willing, I'm going to leave both of those articles in the description box for you Akiam and Akwaf. Right? Let's continue on, because my point was in 15 right here, but I think I'm going to read down a little bit, because Jeremiah 49 is fire. Let's get this, though. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 49 and verse 15, it reads, "For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen." See that? "And despised among men." Let's get this word real quick. Let's get this word small. I believe that's going into less significant. Let me see.
Strong's H 6996. Katan. Katan. Gesenius Lexicon. Katan. Katan. Second entry. Katon. Katon.
Khan. Yep. I thought that was it. Young, small, insignificant, unimportant. You see? Hey, these heathen nations are looking at Babylon the Great like, well, what threat? What mighty military power? What you mean? See? They're ready to go. The weak are saying, I am strong. Let's go and get that. Matter of fact, let me just get it in here so I can stay in that Jeremiah 49 because I'm going back over there, Lord willing. What is that? That's Joel. Joel 3. Let me start at verse 9, and it reads, the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 9, it reads, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, right? Going into these heathen, right? Prepare war. This is the time we're living in. We're in the time of war, evil. See? Wake up the mighty men. Hey, this is why 800,000 of their citizens said, let's go. Let's get it. See? Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. See? Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears, which are what? Agricultural tools, right? We're not in the time of agriculture, man. See? These nations are putting all their money into their military, into their thermonuclear missile programs, etc. Why? Because the big three's coming. Woe, woe, woe. Whether you believe it or not. Let the weak say, I am strong, man. And that's exactly what we see before us, man. North Korea is the last nation you would think that would have such a bold stance towards the hammer of the earth. But here you have it. There you have it. Many articles going into how they feel about Babylon. And in so many words, they're not backing down. See that? Let's go back. Let's continue reading in Jeremiah 49. Right? In verse 16. Thy terribleness hath deceived thee. Right? You done played yourself. You done played yourself. Because you've been going around the planet Earth bombing on people. What's that? Hiroshima and Nagasaki? You got your rocks off on that one. Right? You've been going around just bullying countries, giving out sanctions, right? Having the last word. See? Your terribleness has deceived thee. Right? And the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock. And this is the key clue on who this is talking about. And it will be none other than Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Okay, the so-called Caucasian. Which when you go into that word Caucasian, it goes into cave dweller. Because this is where he was dwelling at. Okay, in Mount Seir. Okay, in Petra. See? That holdest the height of the hill. Right, this man's on the top. This is the hammer of the evil E is the hammer of the earth. He's ruling it out of back. Babylon's that hammer of the earth, and evil E is ruling out of it. You see? Though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord. And this is what? Where else is this written, man? At Obadiah. Obadiah. Why don't we just go get that real quick? Real quick. And I'm going to come back. Let me see. I want to get a little more here. I got to get at least 18. Let's go to Obadiah, Lord willing. Let's go to Obadiah real quick. Because this is written here as well. Let's start from the top. The book of Obadiah, right? Verse 1, right? The only chapter 1 and verse 1. Right? The vision of Obadiah, right? The prophecy of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord power concerning who? Edom. which would be none other than Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. See? And this is the mindset of all these heathen nations round about. This is why prophecy goes into how all that bend the bow, what are they going to do? They're going to shoot at her, man. And it's Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai that's going to make them do it. And matter of fact, I want to grab this real quick. I believe it's the ESV. It's heavy. Let me see. I believe it's the ESV. Yeah, I believe that's it. But let me just check the NLT real quick. It's the NLT, right? Check this out. Obadiah 1:1. This is the vision that the sovereign Lord revealed to Obadiah concerning the land of Edom. And remember, once again, I'll reiterate, Esau is Edom. Okay? We have heard a message from the Lord that an ambassador was sent to the nations to say, get ready, everyone. Let's assemble our armies and attack Edom. And this is exactly what's happening, man. These heathen nations are assembling their armies, man. Why do you think we're pulling articles like this through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai? This is not a coincidence, man. This is the time that we're living in. You see? Babylon the Great's about to get visited, man, for everything that this whore has done. See? It's payback time. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai is a just power, man. He's gonna visit you with the same devices that you that you devised, man. Let's continue reading. Let's go back. Matter of fact, I just wanted that right there. That's a heavy precept in the NLT. Let's continue on. Behold, Obadiah 1:2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, right? Insignificant. See? Thou art greatly despised. These nations are coming to the conclusion that they can't stand this whore. And ultimately, this whore's own allies, we can read down further in verse 7, are going to turn against her too. Right? Let's continue on. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. See, that pride. And that pride goes hand in hand with Esau. Pursuing to Jeremiah, this devil's coined as the most proud, man. The pride of thine heart had deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock. There we go again. Whose habitation is high. See? Who created the skyscraper, man? Who created the first skyscraper to ever be erected on the planet Earth? An Edomite, okay? By the name of William Lee Barron Jenney, I believe, in Chicago, man. Okay? That's who. And that's not a coincidence, man. That's not a coincidence. Let's continue on. That saith in his heart, right, in his mind, who shall bring me down to the ground? Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai is going to bring you down to the ground. That's who's going to do it. A divine power that's not going to meet you as a man. You see? Let's continue on in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49. Yeah, it's beautiful seeing this place crumble, man. You can see that this place is losing its power. And it's Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai that's taking it away from you. You see that? Let's continue on. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, and verse 17, it reads, also Edom, see, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof, man. And that those missiles are the plague that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to send upon this place, man. Okay? That is what's going to be the climax, all right, to the visitation of this place, man. Those 200 million warheads that are going to pelt this place, man. Let's continue on. As in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, and we know Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed by what? Fire and brimstone. And this is a fact. Okay? That soil content has the highest sulfur, all right, content on earth. The highest sulfur content is in that soil over there, man, Sodom and Gomorrah. Why? Because Yahweh Bashim Yahushai blasted that place with fire and brimstone, man. That's why. Check this out. As in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, saith the Lord, no man shall abide there. So the Lord's comparing the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah with how he's going to do this place, man. See that? And he's saying, no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. Why? Again, this is going to be the lake of fire described in Revelations, man. And only the desert eagle, Salakia, only desert creatures and the screech owl are going to dwell here, man. And desert creatures. You see? That's it. This place is going to be uninhabitable. It's going to be through. And it's going to be left as a memorial to these other nations as to what not to do. But ultimately, they're not going to be able to do it again because Israel is going to be in power at this point forever, man. After that point. Okay? After the visitation of this place, man. You see that? So this is what's going on, man. Okay? These heathen nations are taking a stance against Babylon. And this thing is building up. This thing is building up. You could literally see the puzzle pieces coming together. You see? Hey, a sound of battle is in the land. Let's close out there. Let's jump up a chapter. Let's close out right here. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, in verse 22, and it reads, a sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. See? And we're reading about it in these articles, these various news clips. Okay, all this international news going into the tensions between these nations and how they have their crosshairs locked on Babylon the Great. All these nations with these missile programs are always dialing their missile to be able to reach this land. That's not a coincidence, man. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon, right, which is aka America, Mystery Babylon the Great, become a desolation among the nations? It's going to be by the means of those ICBM missiles, man. Those intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. I have laid a snare which goes into a trap for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon. See, this place is going to be taken. There's nothing these people can do to save this place, man. And thou was not aware. Thou art found and also caught. See, you've been found out, devil. You can no longer hide. That covering cast over the people is coming off. And people see you for who you really are. Okay, which is a covetous, bloodthirsty, diabolical bastard. See? And now they got their crosshairs locked on you, man. And there's nothing you can do. There's nowhere you can run and there's nowhere you can hide, man. This visitation from the divine power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, is imminent. It's imminent. Let's continue on. And also caught. Why? Because thou hast striven against the Lord. Right. You fought against the Lord, man. In every way, shape, and form. You are the adversary of our power. You are the adversary of righteousness. You are the adversary to Yasha Allah, man. But now it's time to pay, man. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai has a visitation for you, man, that you cannot escape. No matter how hard you try, man, you cannot escape this visitation. You know, because these heathen nations are dead set. Let's go back. Let's read that title again. North Korea claims almost 800,000 people have signed up for its military to fight U.S., man. Kahalayim La, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. Lord willing, you Akiyam and Akwaf will edify. Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Kal Halalim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kwadash. Shalom.